Hi guys. So today we are going to talk about FP&A, financial planning and analysis. In this video, I'll take you through a quick overview of what FP&A is, why is it so important, why are we seeing a lot of demand for FP&A professionals, especially in the digital age, and how can FP&A contribute to any business, whether large and small, right? So let's deep dive into the presentation. It should be a quick 3 to 4 minutes video, but it should give you a very good overview of what FP&A is and why is it getting so much attention these days within the planning and business world. So let's jump start, right? So what we are saying is, having an efficient FP&A function allows an organization to make informed business decisions, right? So I mean, any business, whether it's small or big, the idea is to be able to take decisions which are informed. Businesses inherently have risk, right? So if there is a function that can allow the owner or the business decision maker to kind of take decisions along with supporting data, along with some analysis, which kind of makes them believe that this is a decision which is in the right direction. That is obviously a welcome thing for any business, right? So FP&A as a function plays that role. FP&A professionals are supposed to be somebody who understand finance and at the same time understand what the business is, and what are the key KPIs for the business. How do you ensure that you are taking the right decisions for the business from a forward looking perspective, but at the same time be able to kind of look at historical numbers and see whether your performances have been as per what you would have wanted to, right? So that's where FP&A becomes a very very important function, and that's why it's something that each business owner, each CFO actually wants to rely on. And that's why with this digital age, with the tools that are coming in, most of the data part is taken care by tools, while human interventions are actually to kind of take the right decisions. So that's one of the key skill set, uh, because of which FP&A is gaining so much traction. So my name is Madhav. I have been an FP&A professional for all my life, or all my working life. I've been working as an FP&A professional for 13 years now. Um, I am basically excited, and this I'll be using this channel and this forum to kind of talk about my learnings and why I believe that finance as a function is evolving, and with this evolution, I think FP&A is becoming the fulcrum, and most of uh, advanced finance professionals are actually wanting to make a career in FP&A, and then transition themselves to be, let's say, a business leader one day, right? So let's talk about what FP&A is, right? I mean, we've talked about FP&A enabling taking informed decisions, but what exactly is FP&A, and what are the various roles that an FP&A professional plays, right? So it's a critical function basically for all businesses, for all size of businesses. Uh, Primarily, it involves being able to forecast numbers. It involves being able to kind of do performance evaluation of the business. It involves analyzing financial data to take the right decisions, and in all, as I said earlier, I mean, it allows the business to take informed decisions. Now there are so many multiple skills and multiple areas where FP&A people are required, whether it's costing, whether it's pricing, whether it's budgeting, whether it's forecasting, whether it's just preparing management reports, whether it's investor relations, business valuations, and I can keep on talking about it, but I don't think that's the intent of this video. The idea is to be able to pass on the message that FP&A as a function is very very broad, and it kind of cuts across all spectrums of a business, and it plays a very very important role, right? Now, let's talk about why does a business need FP&A. I think I've already evaluated, but just to sum up the value, right? It kind of helps in decision making. It helps the business to be future ready. It helps the business to kind of lay down a pathway or lay down a plan to the strategies that the owners or the strategy makers have actually kind of articulated. And by analyzing the right financial data, business can identify the right trends and be able to take the decisions which is going to help take which is going to help you set apart from the other competitors, right? If I have to just take an example, and I'll create another video around giving you some examples right on an Excel sheet and explaining how the value is brought in, because this is more theoretical. But let's talk about, let's say, a buy versus make decision, right? And let's take an hypothetical example, and I just on the top of my head, for let's say a machine maker, right? A company that makes machines. There are two options in front of the company. One option is to make the machine in house, or a sub part of the machine in house. The second option is to basically get it from a vendor who can provide the sub parts, which is going to go into the main machine fairly quickly, right? Now, whether to make it in house or buy it from the vendor, I mean, it seems like a very simple question, but the decision is a tricky one, right? You need to analyze the data and understand whether making it in house will be more cost effective, or will it be not the best utilization of the resources that the business has today. Whether you'll be able to get it in the right turnaround time to be able to manufacture the final goods or finished machine and be able to sell it, or whether you should go to the vendor because he's going to give you those machines and outsource this work because he's going to give you the machines at the right time, maybe at the right price. Another factor is quality, right? So all of this evaluation is something that a business owner or a factory head would look for an FP&A professional to be able to do. And I can cite umpteen number of examples like this, but I'll make a detailed video about this. But that's what the value of an FP&A professional is, right? With that comes the key benefits that you're going to get with FP&A. It can help businesses identify areas of opportunities. It can help businesses identify areas which needs improvement, and then basically implement those improvement actions and create a plan for growth, right? What is a plan? A plan is just a basically plan is things written on a paper to be able to kind of ensure that you meet your strategies. It is a way to ensure that your strategies are implemented with a proper roadmap that helps you execute and kind of get the right results. So FP&A plays a very important role in being able to do that. It also enables to make informed decisions, as I told you about earlier, and these decisions can be specific hardcore business decisions, to let's say doing an M&A, to doing a new acquisition, or making another strategy initiatives, right? So that's what I mean. The idea is, in a nutshell, the benefits and the requirements of an FP&A professional is immense. Um, uh, but with that comes the key skills. Not everyone is a fit for an FP&A role. I mean, there are certain key skills that are required for an FP&A professional to excel. Now the fundamentals are going to be the same, right? For any finance professional, if you have to excel in the FP&A role, you need to be a very sound professional, a very sound finance professional. You should be completely aware about the accounting principles, plus you should have an analytical bent of mind. So an FP&A professional, for me, if I have to compare, there are three skill sets that I believe are very, very important. One is the hardcore knowledge of finance and accounting. Second is having a deep inquisitive nature, where you have an analytical bent of mind. You kind of try and address situations with data, with numbers. You kind of get into the details of things. And the third and the most important thing is that a strong FP&A professional has to be someone who first understands the business, right? Whichever business you are supporting, you will have to understand what the business is, what are its important KPIs, what are controllable KPIs, what are non-controllable KPIs. And I'll talk about KPIs in one of my earlier another videos. But understanding the business and its immediate short-term and long-term objectives is also very important. So look at it this way, right? If you want to make a career in FP&A, it is an evolution from basic finance or accounting roles. It requires you to obviously have very strong finance and accounting skills. It requires you to have an analytical bent of mind, but most importantly, it also needs you to be able to think like an entrepreneur or like a business, right? So, in conclusion, I mean, what do we take out of from this video? FP&A is a very critical function, and most importantly, with the digital transformations that have been happening, FP&A is now being looked at a very important thread for businesses and business owners to drive their strategies, which is why I am seeing a lot of finance professionals wanting to make a career in FP&A, and this is where I can help, right? Um, uh, I mean, if you are somebody who is keen on making a career in FP&A, or is a budding finance professional who's looking at jumpstarting their career in FP&A, do reach out to me. I have taken up this mandate to kind of uh, leverage my learnings and pass on the learnings that I've gained in the last decade or so to upcoming finance professionals and also to my counterparts, right? I want to create a community where we are able to exchange thoughts, we're able to talk about recent trends within FP&A, within finance, how we can become more business partner specific rather than just be number crunching function. And I welcome anyone who's interested in kind of deep diving, doing a session, wanting to have a one-on-one with me on understanding what I've done in my past, kind of getting into learning sessions along with me. Welcome to do that. And I can really help people who want to grow in this field, or who want to jumpstart their career in finance. You can definitely reach out to me. I will continue to post videos going forward on this channel, and I believe that as time moves along, I should be able to kind of garner the right attention from the right set of people and be able to create a community where we talk about FP&A and finance in general, and see that we are able to kind of create an ecosystem which kind of adds a lot of value to businesses. So do drop in your questions if you have any on the comment section. I'll make sure to answer, and I'll see you again sometime soon. Thanks a lot for listening.